LA Dodgers were handed a gift this week. While fighting for first in the NL West against the Rockies and D-backs, the Dodgers had the New York Mets dropped in their laps. The perfect team to pad the stats against and get ready for a massive weekend series against the first-place Rockies. One problem. The Mets were not rolling over. LA entered just a half game back of said Rockies. Top four runners on the corners for Michael Conforto. Skies it to left. Jeff McNeil trying to score. He is DOA. One problem, Yasmani Grandal can't hang on to the ball. Hey, that rhymes. Yasmani Grandal can't hang on to the ball. McNeil scores, Mets up a pair. In the fifth, Med Rosario lifts one to right. Alex Verdugo cannot make the catch. Another Mets run scores. Very sloppy game for your Dodgers. Two batters later, Wilmer Flores flares one. That's off the glove of Kike Hernandez. Another run comes in. Three Mets runs, inches away from being three Mets outs. Top seven, Rosario leading off. It's it towards Brian Dozier. He's got to, and that's in and out of his glove. Scored as a base hit. So the Dodgers lose 2 of 3 to the Mets.
Gets up a little bit.
Cubs and Brewers. What a matchup. Javi Baez trying to help Chicago avoid the sweep. Top four, 1-0 Cubs. Baez on first. Jhoulys Chacín tries to pick him off. Baez didn't even take a lead. Chacín back to the set. Baez no lead off. Chacín tries to pick him off again. Nearly throws it away. Baez clearly in Chacín's head. Turned ugly for the Brewers on D. This time Baez lead off. Anthony Rizzo rips one to center. Baez is going to stretch this one to third. And Lorenzo Cain's going to throw it away. So Baez is heading home, and he will score without a throw. Then the Brewers, they throw it around a little more, and Rizzo's going to get to third. That's 2 errors by Milwaukee on the play. Cubbies avoid that 3-game sweep, and they now take a 4-game lead in the National League Central after a 6-4 victory.
Angels tweeting at 7:04 Eastern time that Shohei Ohtani will be recommended for Tommy John surgery, and yet he's in the lineup batting third. That's the DH. In the second slow rolling ground, Ohtani beats it out for an infield single. 4.05 seconds from home to first. Top speed of 32 kilometers an hour. I've never clocked myself. I assume that's fast. Yeah, his 17th, just over 2.5 hours after the news of his impending surgery. After another single in the 7th, into second safely with his 7th steal of the season, ends up at third after the ball gets away. 3 for 3 with a home run and a steal. That's a great night. Something to be proud. What? Okay, he's back up in the 8th.
That's out to right field again. Mazar racing back near the track and at the
2-run shot. His 18th ties the record for most homers by a Japanese-born rookie. 4 for 4, 2 homers, 3 RBI, and a steal. Angels win.
John Millman, the unseeded Aussie who shocked the tennis world by beating the GOAT, Roger Federer, in the quarterfinals of the U.S. Open, had another monumental challenge on Wednesday evening in the form of the tournament favorite Novak Djokovic of Serbia, who is 10-0 in U.S. Open quarterfinals. This was big. Djokovic took the opener 6-3, then in the second. Djokovic sprints, goes around the net post, and then you think, no way Millman returns that. Tough stretch volley, Djokovic to get the point. Same game, Millman 0-10 against top 10 players before he beat Roger. Reaches the drop shot, back to the baseline. Djokovic finds the net. Yeah, the 2-time U.S. Open champ is gassed. First set lasted an hour. Djokovic would hold. First game of the second took its toll. And then at 2-2, some bizarre stuff. Millman tells Djokovic, I've got to change my clothes. I'm too sweaty. I didn't use the gold bond. And Djokovic responds in Serbian. Millman gets his wardrobe sorted up.
Hey.
Djokovic, chill, very chill, takes his top off. Djokovic up 5-4 in the third. Match point. and the gimme to win it. Needed nearly 3 hours, but Djokovic is moving on to the semifinals in straight sets.
Marin Cilic facing Kei Nishikori, a rematch of the 2014 U.S. Open final. Tied at a set apiece. Cilic won that, by the way, in 2014. Backhand wide. Boomsies! Cilic dropped the set in a tiebreak. Cilic took the fourth set. Nishikori up a break, 4-2 in the fifth. Cilic. The forehand is long. And fires the ball into the crowd. Hey, souvenir time. Heads up. Cilic 8-1 in his career in 5 setters at the U.S. Open. His only loss to Nishikori in 2010. Same game. Cilic break point after a deep return. Nishikori's backhand. Wide. Cilic breaks to get back on serve, serving at 4-5. Cilic down match point. Nishikori. 45th winner to close. A measure of revenge for the 2014 final. Nishikori moves on to the semis, improving to 18-6 in 5-set matches. Thursday night, it's the women's semifinals. Serena against Anastasia Sevastova and Naomi Osaka against Madison Keys. You can see that on TSN. I'm sorry, but it's going to take me a while to get over. But every time I see Maple Leafs GM Kyle Dubas on TV, I look at him and ask, how old is he again? He's only 32 years old. Still to come. Le'Veon Bell still a no-show for the Steelers, and his teammates, not happy. They sound off after the break. It's the Twins and Astros. Alex Bregman hitting .412 over his last 18 games. Bregman had 3 doubles Tuesday night, so the Twins using an interesting tactic in the first. They went with 4 outfielders. So Bregman sees this, he's like, what? What's this now? And they walk it.
What a great reaction.
On-base streak to 33 games. Bottom 3 men on for Bregman. Twins back to a normal outfield. Let's see how that works.
1,000 home runs in the last week.
Bregman's team-leading 29th homer of the season, 4th in his last 5 games. Astros up 2-0. In the 8th, Bregman up with the bases loaded. Again, the Twins forced to go with a standard outfield, and it doesn't leave the park, almost off the wall. Bregman clears him with his MLB-leading 47th double, finished 2 for 3, home run, 2 walks, 5 RBI. Astros have now won 12 of their last 15. Love those retros.
Yeah, they are awesome uniforms.
All my cousins used to wear them. They were big Astros fans, and they were in Ottawa. I don't know how that worked.
That's a good story.
Yep.
Seems this walk gets harder and harder every day.
You need to find another gear.
Yeah, I'm just feeling sluggish. It's the allergies. Hey, nice tie, though.
Yeah, this is Jay's old tie. He threw out a bunch of ties, and I took half them.
Well, I was going to donate them.
Well, yeah.
And then it looks good on you, though.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like that.
Le'Veon Bell did not report to the Steelers Wednesday and has yet to sign his $14.5 million franchise tag. Bell is unlikely to play Sunday in Cleveland. His agent hinted his client will do what's best to protect his, quote, long-term value. Yeah, and then his teammate Ramon Foster said, what do you do? Here's a guy who doesn't give a damn, I guess, so we'll treat it as such. I just hate it came to this. Lineman David DeCastro said, we all thought he'd be here today. He makes us all kind of look stupid a little bit. Just sit out the whole year then. Wow.
But as you heard the question, he very likely won't do that because if he signs that franchise tender by week 11, he's a free agent 2019. And then he probably he'll probably get paid.
You know who is the perfect person to have on the show to talk about this?
Emmitt Smith,
yeah.
Hall of Famer.
So we're going to ask him about that.
That'll be later in the show, so he'll join us. Another guy who wants big money on an extension and is not getting it is Seattle safety Earl Thomas. He ended his holdout on Wednesday. He reported to training camp. Thomas held out all offseason in search of a contract extension, whether with Seattle or via trade. Now, ESPN's Adam Schefter reported earlier Wednesday, Dallas has offered a second-rounder for Thomas. But Seattle is seeking more for the 6-time Pro Bowler. Thomas on Instagram Wednesday addressed the absence, saying, "I worked my whole life for this. Never let my teammates, city, or fans down. I don't plan on starting this weekend." With that being said, the disrespect has been noted and will not be forgotten. This is more positive news when it comes to the Seahawks. Rookie linebacker Shaquem Griffin will start in their season opener against the Broncos. Coach Pete Carroll said that. Griffin made headlines after an impressive NFL combine earlier this year, despite the fact that he has only one hand, and he will line up next to his brother.
Yeah, that's right.
Isn't that incredible? On defense with Seattle. So we weren't sure if he was going to make the team. Pete Carroll was really impressed with him. Had the most tackles for Seattle throughout the preseason. He was really great.
Reaction to Colin Kaepernick and his new deal with Nike continues to create waves. On Wednesday, Nike released the ad on social media before it airs on Thursday night's season opener.
Shaquem Griffin was in that commercial.
So cool.
That was so cool. For the rest of the stories you need to know, it's time for the Jay and Dan Newsreel, and we'd like to remind you that producer Tim is working on a new graphic for this segment of the show. Didn't have it ready for the start of season 2. He apologizes for that, but he will have it ready to go very soon. When the Argonauts signed free agent Duron Carter just over a week ago, it was made clear by Mark Trestman the receiver would not see the field during their home-and-home Labor Day series against the Tabbies. Earlier Wednesday, the Argos bench boss left the door open.
Well, I can't say he will or he won't play. We really haven't had the discussion. I'll leave it at that. I think that the one thing I am very, very pleased with is the way he's assimilated with our football team. I've been extremely impressed with him in his actions, in his demeanor, in his words.
Bo Levi Mitchell. He went down with a non-contact injury on a scramble during the Stamps Labor Day Classic game on Monday. Mitchell missed just one series, but returned to the field wearing a knee brace and led a last-minute scoring drive to beat the Eskimos.
I mean, y'all saw the video, you know what I'm saying? I think it was more of a scare than anything. You know, just felt pain when it happened, but felt stronger and stronger with every step that I took. And after the doctors tested it and said it was strong, good to go, you know, you weren't going to keep me out of there. So, you know, I even took some hits on it after, too. So that's definitely, you know, reassured myself as far as stability and all that. So, yeah, feel good going into it.
And Eskimos running back C.J. Gable called Calgary just another team. And Bo Levi didn't like that.
Nope.
Edmonton Eskimos fans won't like this. Wide receiver Darrell Walker sustained that left leg injury during the Labor Day Classic. Two-time CFL All-Star, had to be helped off the field. Did not return. But this is the worst news. He's expected to be added to the injured list later this week ahead of the big rematch at Commonwealth Stadium on Saturday.
The Tabbies, maybe without Jalen Saunders for the rest of the year. Hamilton's head coach, June Jones, told members of the media after practice Wednesday that Saunders' injury, quote, sounds like bad news, and it looks like he's out for the year. Saunders' 739 receiving yards are the 6th most in the CFL this season. Crushing news.
To hockey, James Neal excited to open the season in Calgary after signing a 5-year deal with the Flames this summer. And while Calgary finished last season 11 points out of a playoff spot, Neal is confident the team can build on that this season.
I know what Ontario City is going to be rooting for the Flames this year.
Whitby?
Yeah, Whitby, Ontario.
Yeah, a good Whitby boy. Had that great season with the Golden Knights. 5th NHL team, 3rd in the last 3 years. So he's probably happy to have a little stability. He can buy a place and hang out.
Yeah, you can finally unpack some boxes.
Maybe in the Bowness area of Calgary, or on Electric Avenue, right on Electric Avenue. Is that still a thing?
I just know where Joey's is.
When we come back, the best and worst of Wednesday, we call it the Jannies, and we've got a new graphic for that one. Producer Tim finished that one on time.
Tim Hortons drive-through. Sparked by a 7-run first, the Blue Jays beat the Rays 10-3 to stay in the thick of the pennant race. Aaron Sanchez with 6 strong stricken out. A sit-down interview with Bob McKenzie. Kyle Dubas announced that the Maple Leafs won't name a captain before the start of the season, saying, quote, not from the outset. And Novak Djokovic reached the U.S. Open semifinals for the 11th consecutive year. That's crazy. Beat John Millman in straight sets. Djokovic is going to face Kei Nishikori in the semis as he looks for his 14th major title.
That leads us to the Jennies. Check out this cool new graphic. Rays Jays, Kevin Kiermaier.
High and deep to right. Grichuk at the track. At the
Randall
wall,
Grichuk tracking and takes away extra
What a
bases.
good effort by Grichuk.
Kiermaier and gives him a friendly elbow.
Edwin Encarnacion. Oh, I miss Jersey Mike subs. Do you ever go get the number 3? It's a ham sub. Sounds boring, but it's delicious. Oh,
Herrera called him off.
yeah, he did call him off.
That's what
Didn't catch
looked
it.
like, but then Herrera couldn't make the play. And so Edwin is safe.
Cards and Nats. Bryce Harper trying to score from second on a single to shallow center. Harrison Bader. What a throw. Harper doesn't even slide.
Basically with 2
Austin Dean.
Down the right field line, that'll be out of
Fouls
play.
in the stands.
Fastball split.
Bunch of empty seats. Oh, look out.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
He held on. Out of way.
Got
It's
it.
a catch. That is a catch. We don't need
That's
Is that J.J. Watt?
That's really nice. Good guy.
One out to left,
Dean
not
playing
deep.
left
Rojas on the
for
run.
Miami
Coming
in this
is
one.
Dean, and Dean
That's
makes the
nice.
sliding grab.
Taking a hit away from Nick Williams. Looks like it was a good night for Austin
Must
Dean.
have felt like he had a better.
Djokovic, Millman. There's several memorable rallies in the U.S. Open quarterfinal Wednesday, including this one. Djokovic goes around the post. Millman gets it back. Djokovic able to volley it into the open court. Heat continued to be an issue. Everyone was sweating buckets.
Trevor Story continued his incredible season Wednesday. Hits a home run while falling down in the first inning. Then in the fourth, a 505-footer. And then bottom of the sixth, another lighty. How many home runs is that for Trevor Story now, Hound Dog? Like 32 or 30?
Canadian Robert Wickens, the 2018 IndyCar Rookie of the Year. Wickens claims the honor despite missing the final 3 races of the season after a horrific crash at Pocono on August 19th. Wickens, who remains in hospital, has undergone surgeries to his spinal column, right arm, both legs, and still has to be treated for a spinal cord injury. Wickens races for Schmidt-Peterson Motorsports. They released a statement on his behalf. When Robert joined this team, we had the highest expectations set for him to achieve, having Robert clinch the Rookie of the Year with 1 race left on the 2018 calendar after missing the last 3 races is just a testament to how hard he's worked this season to set him up for a strong finish. We are proud of all that Robert has achieved this season, and we look forward to welcoming him back upon his full recovery. The number 6 entry will be there waiting for him whenever he's ready. Defending Super Bowl champion Eagles. No, sorry, I'm on the wrong promo. UFC 228 in Dallas, Saturday. We got the prelims. We also have the season opener on Thursday.
And I've got this one, Dan. The defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles kick things up when they host the Atlanta Falcons. Coverage begins at 7:30 Eastern. It's the season opener. TSN, CTV2. Watch it! Watch it! I'm excited about the start of the season, Dan. I'm excited to watch it all on your new television this week.
On this week's Jan Dan podcast, I realized that we talk about our vacations and that we got as far away from each other in this country as we possibly could. I was in PEI and you were in BC.
I was in Victoria.
Yeah.
So, yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Sure, a psychiatrist would have a field day with that.
Opportunity to see
The worst play of the day, Royals Indians. It's the worst play of the day. Waving him off and not getting to it. Rosell Herrera waves off Ryan O'Hearn, but does not come up with a baseball.
And so Edwin is safe at first with 2 down.
Yes, another.
Highlight of the night in Tirana.
Breaking ball high
Randall.
and deep to right. Grichuk at the track, at the
I'm
wall,
so
jumps
impressed
and
with the
makes the
Pressler
catch.
injury lawyer's ability
What a
to
good effort by
like,
Grichuk.
they're
He
billing
stayed
some
with
serious
it,
hours
and he pulled the
to have
Kevin
an
Kiermaier
outfield
on Kevin
sponsorship.
Kiermaier.
That's what I'm going to call when I take a slip and fall. Hey, Matt Dunnigan, our good friend, CFL legend, CFL on TSN analyst, elected to the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame on Wednesday. Very cool.
There you go, Matty.
We blew it severely here. Dan, you blew it when you started to read the Falcons-Eagles promo instead of the UFC promo that was on the screen. Stats guy Hound Dog Harrison's computer blew it when I asked for Trevor Story's home run total this year. The computer did an automatic restart. Hound Dog has smashed the computer.
How many? What was the
31. 31 home runs. And producer Tim Blewett did not have the new newsreel animation ready for this program. He expects to have it in the next couple of days. Brand new Jay and Dan newsreel animation coming to the show.
And we realized something on Wednesday, and we knew this before, but hockey players, when they're training, when they're getting ready, you know what they're watching?
They're watching this show, like Andrew Shaw, who is officially a friend of SportsCenter with Jay and Dan, thanks to this tweet right here.
It's hockey season, baby!